All right, guys, gather around. Let's talk about internet security, or rather, the hilarious lack thereof. Picture this. Your shiny new smart toaster connected to your Wi-Fi suddenly starts emailing your grocery list to a stranger in Siberia. Not so smart now, is it? We live in a world where everything's online, fridges, doorbells, even your grandma's dentures, probably. But here's the kicker. Most people secure these devices about as well as they secure their PIN code on a Post-it note stuck to their monitor. Spoiler alert, not very well. This isn't just about some harmless prankster changing your Spotify playlist to polka music. We're talking about real risks here: identity theft, data breaches, your smart home turning against you like a scene from a sci-fi movie. So buckle up. We're about to scratch the surface of the wild world of unsecured devices and learn how to avoid becoming the next cautionary tale on the evening news. Let's start with the basics, shall we? Default usernames and passwords. You know, those little gems like admin and password that practically scream, "Come on in, hackers, the door's unlocked." Seriously, using default credentials is like leaving your front door wide open while you go on vacation and post your itinerary online. It's an open invitation for trouble. Manufacturers slap these default logins on devices for convenience. But let's be honest, convenience is how you end up wearing mismatched socks. And trust me, getting hacked is way more embarrassing than mismatched socks. So first things first, change those default credentials. Think of it as changing the locks when you move into a new house. It's basic security hygiene, folks. Don't be the person who learns this lesson the hard way. Ever heard of Shodan? No, it's not the name of your weird neighbor's pet ferret. Shodan is basically Google for the Internet of Things, but instead of cute cat videos, it finds vulnerable devices. And by vulnerable, we mean practically begging to be hacked. Think of it like this. Shodan is that creepy guy at the coffee shop who knows everyone's Wi-Fi passwords and spends his days watching baby monitor feeds. It's both fascinating and deeply unsettling. Shodan lets anyone, yes, even your technologically challenged uncle, find devices with default passwords, open ports, and other security flaws. It's a treasure trove for hackers and a stark reminder that ignorance is not bliss. It's a security nightmare. Section 4. They came, they saw, they hacked your toaster. Don't think it can happen to you? Oh, my sweet summer child. Remember that time a casino got hacked through its internet-connected fish tank thermometer? Or when hackers took control of a city's traffic cameras? These aren't isolated incidents, folks. They're prime examples of what happens when we connect everything to the internet without a second thought about security. It's like leaving a trail of digital breadcrumbs straight to your most valuable assets. And it's not just big corporations that are at risk. Hackers have been known to target individuals, hijacking webcams, stealing personal information, and even turning smart homes into real-life horror stories. The moral of the story? Securing your devices isn't just about protecting your data, it's about protecting your sanity. Section 5, lock down your router or else. Let's get practical, shall we? Your router is the gateway to your home network, so securing it should be your top priority. Think of it as the bouncer at the club of your digital life. You want a big, burly bouncer, not some scrawny teenager who lets everyone in. First things first. Change that default password. I know, I sound like a broken record, but it's important, people. Then enable network encryption, WPA2 or WPA3, if available. This scrambles the data transmitted over your Wi-Fi, making it much harder for hackers to eavesdrop. Disable remote access unless you absolutely need it. And if you don't know what that is, you probably don't need it. Keep your router's firmware updated because those updates often include important security patches. If you own an older router, you can flash it with an open source firmware like OpenWRT, dd-wrt, or Tomato. The community keeps those firmware updated for very long time. Section 6, the IP camera. This is your personal stalker and security asset. Those cameras are handy little devices that let you spy on your pets while you're at work. But did you know they can also be used to spy on you? Creepy, right? Unsecured IP cameras are a hacker's dream come true. They offer a live feed into your home, and if they're not properly secured, accessing them is as easy as ordering takeout. So, how do you keep your IP cameras from becoming unwitting accomplices in a home invasion heist? First, change the default password. Sensing a theme here? Then, create a strong, unique password for each camera. Enable two-factor authentication if available. This adds an extra layer of security, requiring a code from your phone or email in addition to your password. And for the love of all that is digital, keep your camera's firmware updated. Next, let's talk about access points, APs. These devices extend your network, but can also introduce new vulnerabilities if not properly secured. Set up separate networks for your main devices and guests. This limits access and protects your primary network. Keep the device updated. Last but not least, the IoT devices. These add convenience, but also present significant security challenges. Here's how to secure them. Just like with your router, change the default usernames and passwords of your IoT devices. Place IoT devices on a separate network or VLAN to isolate them from your primary devices. Turn off any features or services that you don't use to minimize potential entry points for hackers. Always update the firmware. Section 7. Stay vigilant, my friends, because the internet never sleeps. Congratulations, you've made it to the end of our crash course in device security. You've learned about the perils of default passwords, the creepy world of Shodan, and the importance of securing your router, IP cameras, and IoT devices. But our journey doesn't end here. The internet is a constantly evolving landscape, and new threats emerge every day. That's why it's crucial to stay vigilant, stay informed, and stay ahead of the curve. Remember, your home network is only as strong as its weakest link. Ensuring that each device, from your router to your IoT devices, is properly secured is essential. If one device is compromised, it can jeopardize the entire network. By hardening each device in your home network, you can significantly enhance your overall security and protect your digital life. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more tech and security tips. Stay safe and secure, and thanks for watching. See you in the next one.